Hello, Hannah Mackay here. Today I'm going to talk about some self-shiatsu for the hips, pelvis and lower back. Slightly different approach than we used whenever it was a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about the girdle vessel. So today I'm going to focus a bit into the gallbladder meridian and the bladder meridian and how those two work together. So a good point to start with is gallbladder 30, which is here in the buttock area. So coming right into the glutes here, and that point is the crossing point for the gallbladder and the bladder in that area of the back. So it helps those two meridians to work together. So partly what that means is that it helps the sides of the body and the back of the body to work well together. So gallbladder 30, it's quite a good energising point as well. It brings more chi to the body, gets us a bit more energy circulating, gives us an energy to spring up, and because it's quite a kind of deep point, if you're working it yourself, a kind of tapping is a good way to get into it. You're not really going to be able to get into this point by kind of using thumb pressure particularly. So tapping with a relaxed fist here, working out what's the level of pressure that works best for you, so not pushing it, so not going too hard. So that's working into gallbladder 30. And then the gallbladder meridian also comes around the front of the ilia here. We have the iliac crest on each side of the pelvis, bone of the pelvis. And sometimes if we come into a kind of slightly sitting back position, so letting the knees bend, coming down, we can connect in on the front here. So the gallbladder holding up the sides of the body, but here coming into the front of the pelvis, and just being aware of two sides working together here to try to come into a good balance. And then adding to that, maybe connecting in a bit more with the bladder. So the bladder holding the sacrum in place, and so allowing the sacrum here to relax down, feeling that as if there's a weight on the sacrum coming down into the ground, adjusting your weight maybe on the feet, so we want to have a good spread of weight in the feet, allowing the sacrum to come down, and then maybe doing a little bit of rolling up and down to allow the sacrum to find a good position. So just gently coming down, obviously adjust this according to your own flexibility. Coming down, tucking the sacrum underneath here, tucking underneath in this position. Coming down, allowing that opening out in the back of the pelvis. Down. So using that to maybe going a few more times to allow the adjustment of the sacrum and the ilia, so these different parts of the pelvis, to work together. And then we can also then work a little bit more into the actual joint of the hip, maybe with a bit of shaking out or a bit of creating a bit of movement, opening out in the hips. So that's Shiatsu for the pelvis and hips, particularly focusing on gallbladder 30.